evening. Thanks for clicking. Welcome to Lakewood Live, where we sit down with two of the principal actors from Anne of Green Gables, a 110-year show. Well, not show, but book. Going up this week, starting Thursday at Lakewood. Sitting down with MJ Clifford and sitting down with Gary Dorman, who play
Marilla Cuthbert and her brother
Matthew.
All right. Now tell me a little bit, MJ, about Marilla.
Marilla. She is an old maid. She's stern. She's a bit of a recluse, I think. They live on the farm. They've got the chickens and the cows and the pigs, and it's basically Matthew and Marilla, and they're getting up in years.
Yep.
So they've decided that Matthew needs some help around the farm, so we're getting an orphan boy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, an orphan boy.
Because
Now,
we haven't had much experience with children,
Okay.
especially girls. In fact, Matthew isn't really fond of many people, and he certainly doesn't like women and girls.
oh wow. So Matthew, your character, Gary, what's he like?
Well, he's kind of a soft-spoken farmer. He lives with his sister, and they kind of run the family farm that they've had for generations, and just do the daily things. But his health isn't very well, and so they're looking for some help to help him on the farm.
Now this show is if I'm correct in the novel Nova Scotia.
Prince Edward Island.
Prince Edward Island. And so this show, I hope that there's folks that are very familiar with this show. But for those who are not, you may be able to educate a little bit more. The Disney Channel did a televised series of Anne of Green Gables. And through that they took Anne and they made her go all the way through. Now Anne with an E is the big thing here.
Yes.
What is it like working with the young one that is playing Anne?
Oh, we have Lizzie Steves, and she is just fabulous. This will be her first main stage performance. I believe she'll be a sophomore in Skowhegan, but she's amazing. I feel wonderful chemistry working with her. She has a beautiful face, and she's very responsive. She's a very pretty young lady, and she has learned a massive number of lines.
Yeah.
And she's very good. I think people will just be intrigued by
Yes,
her.
I do too.
She's lovely.
Yes.
I feel very at home
Yeah.
working with her, and I can feel the warmth that Marilla begins to develop toward her in working with Lizzie. So it's an absolute pleasure.
Oh, that's awesome. Now with this show specifically, Gary, you've been around the Lakewood scene for a while, and you're just coming off of your first directing gig. I wasn't here, but
Right.
what's it like to transition from acting, directing, and you've played a litany of characters throughout your acting career. What's special about this guy and this show?
Well, I just think it's heartwarming. I think anybody that comes and sees it will fall in love with the characters, because they relate to some of the people in their own lives that they've dealt with, and it's just a feel-good, down-home drama that will. I say drama, but it has some really cute, heartwarming spots in it that.
So it's got a little bit of everything.
It
Then.
does,
It's
yeah.
going to make you laugh. It's going to make you
It's
cry.
I mean, we got 28 in the cast. I mean, it's a huge cast that come and go through the whole thing, and so it's really interesting.
Yeah, we're very lucky that we have some actors from Lakewood, because the script actually shows that it could be double and even triple cast.
Uh-huh.
We are fortunate in having
Yeah.
some actors who are willing to drive a distance just to say one or two lines,
Yeah.
so that we have that feel of a village. And
Yeah.
and Stephanie, as the director, likes to create pictures,
Oh, great.
and she has them all moving around us. So in that respect, we're very lucky. We really are a village.
So, 28. I was taking a look at some of the bios from this show. There's a lot of first-time main stage here at Lakewood in this show. You guys have been in a number of performances here for a while. So I think folks are going to be able to recognize you folks. But what have you been able to teach to them?
Well, I think we're working now on getting them to speak up.
Yeah.
Which is always hard, even for veteran actors. But I think it's moving around the stage and making it look like you're supposed to be moving in that place, even though the director has told you on the line, get from here to there. But I think stage movement and the important thing is to remind them to face the audience, that when you're on stage, you don't necessarily have to be looking at someone to carry on a conversation. So Stephanie's big on sight lines and creating the scene. So hopefully they haven't learned too many bad habits.
And we came in, this was up week, and we started Sunday with, I mean, everybody's off book and knows their lines, which is unusual for that many cast members to be up and ready. They're ready to go. So the more the set gets developed, I think you're going to see them really come out of their self.
That's surprising because I never let that script go. It might be night 2, and I might still have it backstage, right? In my
Well, I
hand.
still have my backstage,
Right,
when they come on and off, but
that's
on
security
stage
budget.
nobody has it. But,
Yeah.
and they're doing a great job, and a lot of them are the first timers are kids, and they're doing a terrific job of portraying kids back in the early 1800s. So.
And then the costumers have the daunting task. They age 5 years in the show. So we are using the same kids, so it's sort of like making them look this age and then aging them up 5 years.
After graduation,
Well, it was a time when the phone was still on the wall, if you had a phone at all. Anna Green Gables, it starts Thursday. Come see it.